Alright, here we are, Zoo Zoo Zoo. This is the Blue and the Gray event, hosted by 42nd PA. I'm 9th New York's Turkoiz with the 9th Corps. And let's get started. I'm slightly late. They just went live not too long ago. We're on Colquitt's defense. So we didn't miss much, just the running down the road. For the Union, you have Acorn leading HL. You got Lucian leading IB. You've got Chief here. Is that right? Ojibwe for MWB. You got French Toast for 9th Corps. You got Irish on the battery. For the CSA team today, you got Lewis on 42nd PA. You got Bus.
If anyone lags behind, they're gonna get shot.
From BLN on 1st Delaware.
Don't worry. Shoot's called.
You got Jam leading CQB and Doug. They both have a officer slot, so I don't know which one. We got Mattis on the guns. Mattis and Pyro on the guns.
Oh my god.
So let's see. So this is what the Union's been doing. They run up the road, get to this little they kind of say, hey, we're gonna go to the house, and then they don't go to the house. But this is the proper response from the CSA. I believe you just sit up here on the high road. Once they get into the woods, you can push down to about here. Come push down. So we'll see what happens. You got CQB here.
Forward to sprint.
Oh!
Ah, shit. Get up.
That's ruined their entire plan right there. It's, the battery was good there. The artillery hit them at
This
that
haze
exact
is
moment.
messing with my vision.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Just shoot that. I can see the white spot.
We got allies moving across the brown field.
You got 42nd here.
Oh, I'm just gonna take a guess at it.
I mean, it's usually good enough. Do you really think I know what I'm doing?
And the last company that was over on the right for the Union is making their way to the Union left. HL. The rest of the Union's already in the forest.
We scared him off.
Hey, Douglas, run! Haha.
With the CSA so far back, I wonder if the early cap was the play. If you have people just take the point right now and force them down the hill. I think while you have a position like you have here, I think taking the point is the play. So I think that's what's going to happen here. This group of Union boys is going to come out.
Form it up, boys.
Spread on the line. Spread all along the line. Spread
Not taking
yourselves
the
out.
point,
Spread
but
yourselves
No,
out.
got.
that's one way to make sure the tickets go down, is taking the point early. Though, you're almost making... You're almost conceding that they're going to get the point back, though. It'll be an even fight later, so... First Delaware here, you got 42nd still up here, and CQB still over here. Crouching, even though they just got shot by artillery here. I wonder if artillery is going to shoot him again. Get some skirmishing tickets here.
Aim low.
Those men over there blasted them earlier. man. You have another CSA group that moved up. 42nd PA moved up to take a volley.
Come back to the road, 46.
Only a
Back to the
couple of
road.
them died. This is in favor of the defenders right now, which is the CSA. Until the Union decide to take the point, I think the Union's at a disadvantage here. Let's go see what Union's looking at from down here.
Garcia, fire. Light them up, boys. Avenge Garcia. Light them up,
Look,
boys.
gentlemen.
And kill Garcia.
Aim at that torso. Aim at the torso.
Uh-oh.
Focus fire,
Run, boys.
Pull it back.
Now, full.
Fall back, shift left. Pick up that flag. Pick up that flag. Let's go. Keep it moving, boys. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Break your reloads, blades.
Reform along the line. Focus.
So now that there's one CSA unit that's close, a lot of them got killed. I don't know who's shooting them.
Spread this
The longer,
line out.
the longer they spend not capping, the better for us.
It's exactly what I think too.
Let them. We are defending. Let them pull back and waste time.
Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking. Because every moment the Union's not capping.
Oh, we've got a couple of them. I heard him scream.
Oh,
40 seconds coming to reinforce this side of the battle.
Fire down the smoke.
So the only thing Union can do, that would be better than charging the point, is if they were to defeat one of these units in detail. Probably CQB, but to be honest, CQB's got the entire hill in front of them.
Massive line.
So as soon as the Union gets up and over, they can just run up the hill. They may take fire as they're running away, but they won't get wiped. Union's not taking the point is insane to me right now still. I mean, there's no reason not to take the point in my opinion. Let's go see what's down here at the Alamo. At the Alamo Rocks.
Because I didn't reload it from when I shot that officer before.
Make sure you got your focus ready.
Need to fix those bows.
Hold your fire. Hold that fire. Don't shoot that
At the
rifle.
ready. At the ready. Hold your fire.
Swim
Forward.
boys. Triple quick.
At the speed. Charge your bayonets.
This might be the move.
Anyway.
This is the move to the point. So now CQB is forced to do something.
Out on the stone wall.
Right, boys, get that fire up. Get that fire up.
Aim for the tip of the rock. Tip of the rock, you'll hit just over.
Good shot there, Brian. You hit the flag.
Execute that man.
Over here, Ninth Corps.
There's 9th Corps, French Toast Voice.
Hi, Templar.
Pricey pay for taking the point here.
Elbows over whoever got blown up.
So Union takes the point, so now CSA actually has to do something. It looks like they're already moving into the woods on the Union left. If Union loses that shootout on the right, CQB easily retakes the point. But if they lose the shootout in the woods, they lose their foothold.
ceasefire. Check your bayonets. Make sure you got your bayonets.
Sounds like a move to go in is going to be called soon.
Cover, hold fire.
Both these CSA companies are holding their fire.
Get your loads, hold fire.
That indicates that they're probably going to make a push in on these boys, on these Union boys.
Check the load in.
Oh, 42nd charged a little early. But they're getting hit. Union's going to get hit from two sides here. I was confident the Union was going to hold it, but perhaps not. CQB's not moving, so with IB coming in, maybe IB and 9th Corps, maybe they could save the day.
French, you lost your hats. Oh, we're going straight to the charge.
So they took the rocks, but and then CSA was a long and drawn out charge there by the CSA. CQB might be able to come clean this up. They do have numbers here, but they do not have as many flags as the Union. The Union flags are all down. Not all of them, but a lot of Union flags are down. So CQB does clean it up.
Get that flag up!
Well, it's coming down to the individual skill of these men, and the CSA was able to come on top of that. Just the split push by these two groups here. This second group was able to come get around and behind and threaten the flags. And when you get the flag to run out of formation or die or kill the flag, you're really hurting the chances in the melee. But the CSA is going to take back the point as fast as they can. And I would think that they're going to hold further down the hill this time. But if they reset to the same positions that they were in earlier, then I think the Union has a good chance.
Hey, oh no, you gotta run. Hey, Dixie! Oh wait, he's not here either. Shit. Hey, Caliber, Marinus, Sunwell.
What's up?
There's a guy right down there. Can y'all hit him?
Okay, I'll try.
Don't have permission to let them shoot?
The flag.
Alright, shoot, boys. Someone hit that flag out there. Shit,
That's 5 tickets, boys. They had a
Y'all can do
flag.
it, come on.
Will CQB hit the flag? Someone hit it. One of them got it. I don't know what's wrong with my audio. It's been kind of You say cheese?
Northeast, Hampton.
Spread out.
We're going northeast.
Sucker dick cheese.
Oh my goodness. So while the Union flags are down, I wouldn't be surprised to see a push up to the house, but and you got CSA shifting because they see the Union running down the street. So they're shifting to meet him. So this is the point as the Union where you could potentially shift to the point, I guess. The CSA is playing super defensive up at the top of the hill. I wouldn't be surprised to see another capture attempt by the Union. Plus the Union flag, these brave men going out to retrieve the flags will get him. There's no one to stop them from grabbing these flags and bringing them back. It might take more than 30 seconds to get back to their line, so they might die before they get back to the line. Especially if they don't double quick. Guy's got a nice mustache. Journeys across the field. Another Union flag bearer behind him, bringing the flags out. That was it. Okay, so it's kind of what kind of nice of the Union to run up into the woods and have another company run out in front, and then they came out of the woods and are going straight down to point. So they kind of like pretended like they were going to the right, but they should be able to take the point fairly easily. I don't think the CSA gets to the point in time here.
I got a bush in front.
I didn't see a fucking flag.
Okay, aim for the
If your goal is to hold the point the entire time, then you want to take it once it's engaged. For every morale stage that the defenders are down, they have like 3.5 less minutes on the gold timer. Maybe even 4. I'm not exactly sure the increments.
They were so close, but they failed me and they killed me.
Union didn't take the point. I think they take the point now.
In front.
Quick, you don't want to be a sitting duck.
I am beyond surprised the Union. There is the Union on the point. I don't know if they're gonna take it though. I don't think they want to. I said J in spectator chat. J. Are they not gonna? I honestly think they should take the point, but they're not going to. I'm so confused by the strategy by the Union. Now, if you get the entire team to full push left, then that's good. But here's the Union coming out to take the point. This is MWB doing MWB things again. I think they did this last time. Kind of the only safe place to stand, and it's not very safe because you got people who can look down at you from all over. You can really fish forward in there. So yeah, it defaults at 20 minutes on the gold timer. The CSA doesn't really have to care about tickets as much right now. They just want to take back the point. So Doug's gonna lead an all-out assault. Or he's flanking these Union boys hard.
Yankee bullets don't exist. They are not real. They are made up. They very much exist.
Could be good. I think the Union line's longer, so if the Union line starts landing some shots, I think the CSA had loaded shots though, so. So this is kind of what the Union wants though. They want to get into some trades. They want to trade tickets here. CQB is losing that that shootout. They didn't have as many men as they're fighting against. So they're losing that shootout slowly. And it just compounds. It's a shootout when you're in a straight, like, basic line formation battle like this, it's exponential. If you start losing it, you're going to start losing and losing faster and faster as your guys start spawning and having to load. If you don't kill as many as they kill, then you just don't have the fire rate. Though for some reason they are taking the point back, so which honestly, with the position the CSA is in right now, letting them take the point back's not too bad, because if you let them take the point back, then come wipe this unit, or like continue to drain this unit's tickets, then you're in a good spot. Let's go see what's on the other side. I think CQB, they locked in a even fight here. CQB and IB locked in a pretty even fight. Let's see what's happening on the other side of the field. 42nd and HL are battling. 42nd has the high ground, but MWB, HL, and 9th Corps have some rocks to hide behind as well. So the CSA takes the point, so that's fine for the Union, I think, because now the CSA is down here, and they're moving. So now all and IB has to do is swing forward and retake the point. And I think that's what's going to happen. Is IB's going to wheel forward, retake the point. And perhaps with the retaking of point by the CSA, they move back. But it looks like Bus is leading his men to a death.
Watch out, Harkin.
MW. Oh, never mind. The CSA is going to come wipe this Union group, I believe. This Union group does not have enough boys in the forest.
Get the flag out.
No, I think the flags need to stay in there and spawn as many guys as you can in there. But the Union holds. The Union holds because that was a very trickled-in charge. With the flags running, though, that might be the end of it.
Flags, get out, get out, get out.
Their flags are running away, but the Union won the charge, so with the flags running away, it's actually detrimental for the Union right now. They're able to run into a couple of Rambos, and the Rambos are able to actually do some work against them. They need to bring the flags back, but they're not going to. Big mistake bringing. It's just one flag though, so that's not a big mistake. Rest of the Union flags did make it back. 2 Union flags back in this hill, back behind there. So that was very good for the Union to be able to take that many tickets down while the point was recaptured. So just being able to take that many tickets down while they didn't have the point was pretty awesome. So now CSA had the men to decisively win that charge over there. It's just they trickled in, especially with the Union flags running away. We'll see a carbon copy of what just happened earlier, except for this time, Doug's going straight to the point, I think.
Open order.
Open order.
Nope, they're gonna stay up here on the hill. They do not want to contest the point this time around. Oh, they might be capturing there actually. And CSA is mounting another charge, I think. They will be doing another charge on the rocks over there at some point, and we'll see what happens.
Hold your lead, boys. Stand against the wind. Against the against the onslaught of Yankee lead.
As long as nobody's firing.
God is with us, gentlemen. Stand.
And that man is with God.
I'm out.
I'm getting targeted. Fuck.
Whew. So with CQB not shooting for that long, they lost nearly half their line. Really good shooting by IB there. This is really unfortunate for CQB. Their boys can't really see into the shade very good at all. They did take the field though. But again, oh, well, I wasn't paying attention if the CSA had more or less tickets than the Union.
About face on the new line.
I think IB's playing with fire here. Ninth Corps, if they get the jump on this on bus in First Delaware, then Ninth Corps can wipe this unit. Get him, Ninth Corps. Bonk him, Spiny. Bonk him. Oh yes, the bonk stick worked. Bonk him, Spiny.
I got me too.
So Ninth Corps wipes that unit at the cost of themselves. France runs away. Oh, when that little unit gets wiped, that costs CSA some tickets. Union gained a lot of time doing this strategy here. It's been 28 minutes of the game, if not a little more. But there's there's 23 minutes on the timer still, so Union's gained a good couple of minutes by early capping here. Now, if CSA knew they outnumbered this group on the rocks, they could charge it out. But I don't know if they know that they outnumber that group on the rocks. Union, both teams are about to take losses here. If Union wants to cap again, they're better off waiting for the CSA to get taking losses before they do take it back, so there's less time on the gold timer for them to get shot down into last stand. Bus is bringing his men down to this little corner again. So Union's content shooting it out until the CSA's at taking losses before they want to take the point, I think. Looks like it looks like Second Lieutenant Grinch is willing to go try to put the CSA into taking losses himself.
Fire, boys.
I think he just TP'd him again. But now that the CSA is taking losses, I would not be surprised to see IB wheel out back onto the point. Or Ninth Corps. Looks like 9th Corps is going onto the point here to take it. And this will be an interesting little engagement because CQB's been, yeah, they've been pushed back. They had enough playing that game right there of push forward, fall back, push forward, fall back. They're just gonna run up the hill. 9th Corps is taking the point. So it's 20 minutes originally on the goal timer. We'll see what it is with taking losses. I think it's like 13 minutes or something, and we'll see you here in 2 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 7 minutes. So it's a whole 13 minutes difference. So half of 13. 6.5 minutes per off the goal timer per. It must be exponential because that doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. My bad. Yeah, 6.5 minutes per morale stage, a third of the time it takes, pretty much. So with CQB really far away, now they should be it should be telegraphed. This man here, who's been here all game, is definitely telling the rest of HL what's going on. So this is interesting though because whenever CQB takes the point, if Union was to wait over here until CQB takes the point and then charge,
Somewhere.
so the CSA doesn't get their tickets back, and the Union takes a big lead, that'd be really cool. Because they would have the knowledge that not everyone on the CSA is over there on the left, because they do know CQB is capping, so they know they have the numbers advantage over here. But they're doing the opposite. They're gonna charge CQB when I think they should be charging the people behind them. If the entire Union moves now, it's good. The entire Union must move as one, and they kind of are. So I think the Union's gonna take this game. I think they're gonna take this position here on CQB. Vinny tried. CQB should be overrun by the sheer number of the Union boys, but it did take a number on them. The Union did take a hit beating here, so.
I wanna kill you! Nice. Come here, motherfuckers. Let's go. Let's go.
Yep, this is the toll. It took a big toll on the Union to go across that field. So if the Union can hold, Union's flags are more consolidated, which means the men will spawn in a better position to react. You gotta hold the flags till the end almost. Like, there's no reason to run away, I don't think. The more men you spawn in, the better. Like, Union won that charge if they just held their flags in there. Super impressive that they always they've been running the flags early, like out early, a little too often. CSA is going to be forced to stand on the point now. With 20 minutes left, the Union might be able to just shoot them down from the high road, from the White House, from the road. Or perhaps, if artillery saved enough of their ammo, they've got plenty. That they'll start doing some work on the CSA on the point here. We got 120 people in here, so it's not quite. It's lower pop. Not the lowest pop I've seen. If Union flags had just been a little braver, I think the Union would have won that charge. But it also depends on how fast the men who spawn react. If they're ready to go bonk sticks and get right into melee, then the Union would have won. But if they just stand there and die out of line, then AFK, then obviously it's not the play. But yeah, CSA is forced to stand on the point here because they're nearly breaking.
We ain't got full strength behind us.
Union's really strung out. Super strung out.
Yeah, there's 2 stars.
It's gonna take them a long time to get back to position. CSA is abandoning the point. This group of this group is going to be vulnerable. CQB is going to be alone on the point. So if the Union makes a big push across the field, I mean CQB is going to have a field day shooting them down if that is going to be the case.
Shooting down the road. Hold fire, boys.
That hill is unfortunate for this IB there. They can't really see past it. Union has a good chance to win this map here. They just have to shoot it out or take one company out. IB's being really aggressive here. I don't know if I agree with it. Well, maybe not. Maybe they can engage in a shootout here and be safe.
Spread it, gentlemen.
I think they're about to get volleyed though. No volley, just independent fire versus independent fire here. CQB is moving across this open field. I wonder if it's going to work out for them. It looks like they're going to make it up to the fence in time. None of the Union running down the road has noticed CQB moving up behind them. If any of the Union had noticed and got to this fence first, Lucian puts the, oh not Lucian, CQB puts the Union into breaking. That's quite the field CQB has to run to go back to where they were. So that's going to be quite the ticket damage if the Union comes down and just starts blasting them. I feel like Union's going to land a lot of good shots on them as they're running. There's one.
Hamptons, do not pass the bush.
CSA is not even in breaking yet, so the Union is kind of failing to do any damage right now. I think the best move is a push up the hill as the Union. If they can push up the hill, hit this group here, move it into this group, and then come down and attack the point from above, I think that's what's gonna work for them the best. Where do you not want the CSA to be when you're on the point? Then that's where you want to go as the you want to go be where the CSA, where you don't want the CSA to be. So if the CSA is giving you trouble up here and able to run down, and CQB giving you a bunch of trouble while you're on the point, well, that's where you want to take the position. Once you got the CSA 2 breaking,
Careful the bitch.
HL versus 42nd year.
Probably.
And IB's moving in.
Protect the flag.
So this is exactly, I think, what the Union needs to do to win here. I think they can push through and take the hill, and then just play down into the point from here. I mean, wherever CQB goes, they're gonna be downhill and easy to see, and it's gonna be easy shots for the Union if they just line up. One CSA flag down, so the sheer amount of oh, it must have been a Union flag actually. I don't know where the CSA flag.
Shoot him to hell, boys. Shoot him to shit.
Target the officers in
What's
the
that guy
flag.
doing there? That's interesting. Union's almost throwing here. They don't have the numbers that they think they have. They don't have numbers or loads, but they do have the flag. So as long as they have the flag advantage, I think they will eventually win this. As long as they're not overly greedy. Though I'm not even sure that they have the flag advantage here. I mean, the spawn advantage is Union's crumbling. CSA successfully was able to get their flags out, and
40 seconds coming, we're not going to be long. Fuck out of here.
okay, Union's actually holding. This time their flags did not run away. They're all 4 flags are spawning men in, so this is exactly what this Union needs here. And I think this is a Union victory. I don't think there's a way for the CSA to win from this, maybe this charge.
Get the fuck out of here!
So this is the final,
Get to stone wall, boys. To the stone wall.
You ain't shit!
Get that flag up.
Goofy as hell, Union! Goofy as hell!
I don't know what the Union's doing. I mean, I kind of like their position in the road. I'm surprised that it's ending the way it's ending, and that the Union don't have more men on the point yet. Super surprised that they're not all just able to spawn on the flag. Lucian needs to pull his pistol out, unless he's out of ammo already. It's gonna come down to French Toast's pistol. Get your pistol out, French Toast. He's dead. Get the... Oh my god, one man army.
Get these flags up. Why is there a Rambo?
Get the flags up now! Get the fucking
The flags being down for this time is
Standing on a
hugely bad. Okay, Union wins still, but it's a sloppy end of the battle here. The flag management has been a little iffy from the Union.
Get your bayonets! We're gonna get them!
Every rebel you killed!
And that's the end of the game. Union should be able to easily take the point, but it actually looks like the CSA is going to get there in time.
Make sure you got your full kits.
The last, they're gonna CSA's last samuraiing it into the.
Northwest, going north.
Independent flag.
They're in northwest! Get them!
Ooh. CSA had time to. I guess they did group up. They're hitting the Union from 2 sides here. They timed it with their artillery, so they did everything they could here. Ooh, another artillery shot. That was good. And the Union takes the day after a 45-minute battle.
Yeah, come on. Just jump over the fence. Just jump over. Just jump over, come on. Come on, jump over. Yeah. We got on, boys. Push on down the road.
That's all of them.
Ivy, follow your officer. Charging. Cargamos, cargamos.
We got this shit.
I got him for you.
Forward head shell.
And that's the end of that game. Very well done. Colquitt's defense not easy to win as attackers. Balance-wise, I didn't notice if there was an imbalance. It looks like there's 3 imbalance in favor of the Union. But I don't know if that was the whole time or not. Very well done by the Union. I'm surprised. That's a really hard attack map to win. Excuse me. Usually in this event we jump straight into the second map, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a muster after a long map like this. So the CSA just playing super far back just allowed the Union to just keep capping and recapping here. Once the CSA took back that position, I would like to see maybe holding these rocks here and forcing the Union into a charge to even take the point. But maybe waiting for them to take the point is the safest thing for your tickets. But I don't know, so very even game. Zoo. And we'll see you in the round 2. Alright, we're back for round 2. We're on Hill's counterattack. They're about to go live in 6 seconds. You got Morgan leading HL for the CSA. You got Lucian on IB. The side swap. So the Union team last round is now the CSA team this round. Tink on MWB, leading MWB. Uncle Dragon leading 9th Corps. Irish on the battery. Excuse me, I got a little cough. You've got Lewis and Kempson. My bad, Lewis and Kempson leading 42nd. You got First Lieutenant Berger leading 1st Delaware and buses along for the ride. We got Padrosad leading CQB. And that's that. You got Major Tyndall. Eye in the sky. The one admin to rule them all. Well, we're on a Hills counterattack, and I'm embarrassed to say. Never mind. I know exactly what map we're on now. That we're over here. I was about to say I didn't remember what map we're on the map with 9th New York. Zoo. Yeah, 9th New York right here. It's about as far forward as they got in the attacks, during the attacks. Oh, Union going for far left. Matt and CSA is here with them. They're running into each other.
On the line,
This is amazing.
more of it in game. Independent fire, see their
This
flag.
is amazing.
Whatever
Union gets in line first. I think that's huge in this accuracy update. Just getting in line first, you can see how big of a deal that was. Getting the first shots off is going to be huge.
That was the most ineffective volley I've ever fucking seen. Holy shit.
It was. I don't think it was a volley. I think the CSA said independent fire, but.
Hang on, boys. These guys suck.
Yeah, I don't think they sucked, but they definitely got caught out of. Oh my goodness, that's a destruction of men. Let's go see what the CSA is like. What hell they're in. They're in a deflate though.
Just go back and shoot.
So they're So what you need to do is they would need to form a line that's about the same length in the defilade and then push it forward. But if you push it forward, then you're liable to get blasted. So you need to wait for your teammates to push up on their side. So if these guys could come over here and say, hey, I'm going to push their side while you form a line, get ready to push up. And they push their line up here, and they fire upon them, and are able to, you know, fire in advance. That might work.
Some friendlies on our left.
But Lucy needs to get his men in a nice big line, in the deflated cover, inbounds. So he only can go out to this long here.
Here we go, boys.
They're gonna get in this line.
Left and right. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm surprised they're still getting shot over here. Like these guys are shooting the grass.
I think we might be fighting two lines here.
Oh, these guys are seen. They're like silhouetted with the smoke behind them. Whereas the other way around,
IB, keep it up on the line.
it doesn't look as easy to see the Union boys from here. Union guys on the right are really easy to see actually. These Suops, very bright red hats. Just the sheer strength of being able to get here and get in the position was crazy.
Yeah.
They were able to get there first and shoot down so many of the rebels. I'm looking for the bodies. Sorry for the. Lots of bodies here. So yeah, this makes sense. It'll come at it from the side, but then it doesn't make sense because the line can instantly shift and just use the cover. So I liked the idea at first. I think you just take the point. I think that's what you have to do is at this point as the CSA. I think they just take the point, yeah. They just let me know if you agree in the comments or whatever. And I must be stupid because I didn't notice that that's exactly what they were doing, and that is what they have done. Let's see who did cap the point. That was 9-4 that did cap. I guess I just didn't notice that they were doing that the whole time. You have HL up here at the top of the hill. Man, the Union is doing really good though. Let's see what they can do. Bring it back. CQB's over here.
Maintain independent fire.
Look west.
Yep, I would like some people to look west. If they look west, those guys in them are getting blasted. All 5 of those guys were forced to go back the moment a couple people started shooting at them. I don't know what happened on this side, but this Union line fell back. I think it would have been okay to hold. Maybe they were getting blasted out. We can look at the how many casualties up here in the wall, in the fence. Quite a bit. Yeah, shifting that angle over must have helped. Using the defilade in the hill, being able to extend your line, a longer line. Just right here was not, the out of bounds was too close. So having to go over to the side, I think might have helped push off this group. I was not there to see what happened.
Hey bro, can you do that?
But now the Union has to attack. They're counterattacking, and they're forced to come out into this point. So this is going to be unfortunate for them. They're going to be between 2 or 3 different units, effectively.
I think it's the sounds in the background is cutting through. They're getting sucked in. Alright! I can't tell.
Your Union, what would you do in this moment? Let me think. Looks like they're not outnumbered. I was gonna say they were outnumbered. They have a 4-man advantage here. They have a they have the largest company too. So you take 42nd wherever they are, and they gotta make they gotta do something pivotal. I think that's what we're gonna see. CQB's pretty big too today. 20 guys. First Delaware is going to be the fire, and they'll see if 42nd maneuvers off of it. That's actually probably where the entire team should go. There are CSA guns though, so standing in the road is dangerous for the Union. So we'll see if 42nd makes a pivotal move here. If they can take this fence line, if they come take this,
Out the sprint.
they can take this angle and then move up from there. Union's in a stalemate here. They're still in defender. They're still in defender mindset. As soon as that point was taken by 9th Corps in the bush, the Union should have swapped their mentality from defenders to attackers. Yet they're still playing back and playing like they haven't lost the point. So even this group just needs to go over here. Yeah, he's gonna bring his men onto the point, start capturing. And that's capturing fairly quickly, and I don't think there's any CSA. I think that recap was took too long from the Union, but they're gonna gain back a good amount of tickets. So what do I know? It's not that big of a deal. They'll be halfway through battle ready. When the counterattackers retake the point, the defenders, when they retake the point, they'll gain back tickets equal to the amount of tickets that their opponent have. So see right here where my cursor is? Now the Union is about the same over here. They have regained to the same spot. First Delaware did work there, coming up this road, and then going into the point. The defilade and the position over here is really nice, but I think it's not really holding the objective
to the north. They're
as good as some are more in the open, but yeah, you don't really want to stand in the open. More open. I think this right here, this corner with the bush and the tree, I used to think this was the spot. Control this, you control the world. Except for the CSA already as the Union. But as CSA, ooh, I lied. This is right in the middle of there.
Right side again.
40
Independent
seconds.
fire, 46.
Taking this position. Both lines getting their shots off fairly evenly. 42nd does not have cover though. CSA is just firing and falling back.
away. They shot. They disengaged.
And what'd that do to tickets?
blew their loads early. So I don't even think they hit anyone.
Been effectively, it's only been 8 minutes of the game. There's 7 because the timer stops when the attackers take the point. That's the main objective for the attackers, to take the point on this map. Well, on most maps that early cap is a strategy. You take the point. You make sure you give yourself more time to whittle down the tickets. So you only have to win a couple of decisive engagements. Or if you're a map that have a ticket advantage by a decent amount,
Hey, yo.
then just being even on tickets with less tickets overall, with more time to shoot out, it just makes sense. 42nd was in position to shoot as IV gets into position. It's just, this is the power of the accuracy update. Is just, if you're already in an open order independent fire position, as your opponents walk up to get in line, they suffer immense casualties. That was like, we'll watch it back.
blobs I've ever frickin' seen.
The Union came out to prevent the cap on this right side. I missed it. But CQB came out and said, no, Ninth Corps. No. And Uncle's trying to say, yes. Take the point. Let's see, and even HL came down to help. That's probably what scared away. CQB. Big old line charging down the hill.
Fire!
Oh, poor officer. Got sniped.
He's dropped from battle.
It's already back. Power of the 5-second respawn timers. If I was Union, I think I would consolidate. Though if Delaware tries the same thing they did last time, I believe they're gonna get charged out. I believe this group behind them would just be able to charge them out. The accuracy from these 42nd guys is pretty good, though. IB guys have been getting dropped over here. Meanwhile,
Post, one per post.
in pubs, I'm used to seeing this right side be way more in play than it is right now.
On the left.
But that was months ago, so at this point. Yeah, I think this is the play. It's they have to try to take the point back. I don't think the CSA is willing to come stop this, though. They will be coming to retake the point right back. It looks like they are sending some men out to stop it. Oh, never mind. These men were called back. HL's calling their men back to line. 40 seconds making the move. This should be decisive. 40 seconds should be able to make this work. Flag did get out. He was the first one to get out of there. Good man. This flag is still back there. So these guys are going to cost some tickets. But CSA already was ready for the CS Union to get onto the point. So if this MWB can fix this Union group here, maybe this Artie will hit another shot. They were lined up a little. They were lined up over here. Also, meanwhile, behind them, there's HL shooting down into the fence.
Going in the bush. Going in the bush to your right. Gotta line up.
Yeah, this is open field. This is being dead. This must be this is where you want to fight for. This fence line over here. Though, as the Union, there's still a gun. It forces you to do. If you don't play the upper corner where the artillery can't hit you, as the Union, then I guess you're forced to hang out behind these defilades and whatnot. The entire Union team's on point, and that's cost them a good 10% of their morale stage so far since they retook the point. Now what I would like to see is 42nd engage in more shootouts, even though they're the defenders. I think they could decisively win a shootout here. Like this is like I guess they're doing it right here. Union is losing. Oh, the ticket exchange here. And the positional advantage.
We're gonna be to our direct right soon. Or sorry, direct northeast.
CSA is playing this really well with these two lines opposite of each other. I like what the Union is doing too. I mean, this is a fun one right now.
Don't come up.
See what Steve's doing up closer.
Well, if they ever did.
Oh! Poor guy.
Spread it out, boy.
Guys, one man per peak, one man per volley. If you have a neighbor, you're too close.
If you're holding hands with someone, you are doing it wrong.
CSA is moving the open order line onto the point. That's what I would like to see. That's what I like to see. Meanwhile, Union's taking this point over here, like 40 seconds making another decisive move, pushing a unit out. And now they can focus on just blasting this unit over here. They have the very good shots on this Union group. This CSA group. Lucian sees him. Lucian almost got shot. I think it hit. And here they go. The crossfire from 42nd is too good. All their shots are hitting the dirt in front, or if they shoot long, they can hit anyone in this line. As long as they're aiming in line.
Holy fuck.
That crossfire from 42nd just...
Pull it back, Jones, pull it back.
Just, but the CSA did get the point. I don't know if I've ever seen a line get shot out that bad. this accuracy update. And 40 seconds marksmanship tonight. Now obviously, that was best case scenario for 42nd to be able to shoot directly into the flank. MWB is playing with fire here. Though it doesn't really matter for MWB. As long as they trade tickets evenly, they're not. Which it looks like they're about to get wiped. 42nd comes through. Look at this. Let's go, Lewis. Bam! Right in the face.
Chicken jockey.
He got them all. And with that, he can wrap all the way around. I think he can just... He's in a good position just for First Delaware to push up and retake. So First Delaware can just come up and retake the point, because 42nd is just going to shoot this unit to shit. IB's already pulling back. They're getting bullied out here by that flank. Yep, this outer wall is the key here. Also having the larger line in position first. That's what we've seen from the Union. Has been really good.
Come on, flag retrieval. Let's
Here we go, boys. Here we go.
MWB's got some flag retrieval men running to their deaths.
I got this, Dillian.
No, they killed him.
I don't got this. I'm running away. Do not kill me.
Okay, they're sensible men. I think they were gonna run away. Meanwhile, First Delaware did move up, and HL sent some men down to try to stop him.
Hello.
HL did not send enough men, it looks like. And First Delaware
Ah, I see it. Hello. Greetings.
is gonna retake the point.
No.
As well as this is an amazing move by CQB. Moving up this fence, keeping HL off the top of the hill. The Union has taken over the farther corners of the map, and they can have their smaller group move in and capture the objectives. So that's what First Delaware is going to do. They're running in there to capture the point now. You got MWB against a much larger force, and you've got you got IB in the middle here, held back by 42nd. They can't push too much further forward, or they're going to shoot up from their right. And this charge is probably not the best move. Like,
Who fucking wants it?
HL's
It's only fucking
Lamette
us, CQB,
charged in.
mate. You're all
Oh shit.
Kill him, kill him.
You're all
Pistol's
fucked.
gonna be big
Brace
here.
it, boys.
You're
Two
all
steps off.
fucked.
2 steps off, boys.
The Union charge was
Back
not
up,
the
boys.
best charge
Get
that
ready.
I've
Shooting
ever
and
seen. The positional, the position they were in was good enough. I don't think they needed to push past that fence there. And but what has happened is the CSA's kind of all moved up there. 40 seconds somehow got eviscerated here. Maybe they sent a majority of their men this way. Yeah, they sent a majority of their men to the point there. Their flag is down, or is this a CSA flag? CSA flag. And IB keeps going down. This is IB still, yes? Yep, still engaging in the shootout with 40 seconds, as they have been all night. 40 seconds just had this positional advantage for most of these engagements. And the shooting skills, they're doing good. The numbers as well. That's huge when you're engaging in a shootout. The numbers are the rate of fire is increased there. And because CQB was repelled, HL is able to take this aggressive position up in the corner.
Keep up the independent fire. Why am I not hearing shooting?
But if 40 seconds shifts their fire to HL, I think HL will start feeling some of the some hurt. CQB is mustering. They're bringing their people back up to the right. Union right. And MWB is just... Oh, this is IB as well. IB's moved up.
You do a really good British accent, Recto.
So this is if IB had all of their men and was able to line up quickly with loads, shooting down that fence. Makes a lot of sense. If they were able to get a lot of hits,
Sure.
a lot of kills, they could maybe have pushed them off with gunfire. CSA is at taking losses here, so the defenders are now also at taking losses. Sorry for holding tab. So this is not bad for the attackers at all. They can do this. They just need to take the point when the Union's on breaking, and I think the Union will be breaking at some point in this match. Because it's so close on tickets. If it was more like half a morale stage, 75% of morale stage advantage at the Union had, it would probably be more close to over. With the amount of tickets the CSA has and the amount of time they have, I think they could do this. Excuse me. 40 seconds done well to hold their own flank with this little group of men and an extra officer there. Their second officer, that's done really nicely for them. And now they've just lined up to shoot these guys. And their sheer numbers, plus getting the jump on that unit over there is going to win on that fight there. And they can just stand there for a while. Probably some good ticket damage there. Attackers have more tickets than defenders, so they can overall die.
Oh, great heavens.
They can overall take more casualties than defenders. So.
Keep moving down, IB.
Northeast.
Oh,
Stack into the fence, independent,
fire,
look
Hampton.
northeast.
Shit.
Charging! Charging, don't panic. Ha, I got their flag!
No, I did. Wait a second. Yeah.
Good shot. Union flag goes down. That's good for the CSA here. This charge by HL and IB, and then of course coming in.
Flag adjust.
And the rest of the Union's coming down.
Flag up. We're moving
This is
back, we're
this
moving
is
back, we're moving
the
back.
if CSA had won that charge, it would have been really good for CSA, obviously. But now that the Union's kind of won this charge out, taking flags down, and are almost at a 75% morale stage advantage. They have a 4-mana balance, but that's not bad. I'm really impressed. They're doing really good today. Hats off to 9th New York Company A here. Zoo. And Company B. Don't forget about you. But no, especially 42nd tonight, using their 2 officers very well, splitting up their unit. In fact, this unit is still fixing a much larger force, and I cannot believe that they're just gonna stay there till they die. They don't have a flag, or until they're not skirmishing anymore. Then they'll probably run away. And they're just kind of a scouting group that costs less tickets when they die. Costs 3 or 4 dudes standing in the bush together, but and an officer with a pistol. If he saves his pistol ammo, then when the charge happens, he has a chance of holding off a much larger force. But also, they are no longer skirmishing. There's only 3 of them, so I think they're gonna try to.
Hey, Murray, I would go back to the rest of the guys. I'll hold here and keep them distracted.
Yep, he told his boys, get out of here. It makes sense. That's exactly what I was thinking once there was no longer 4 of them. But running across this field, do you think he's gonna? Place your bets. Do you think he's gonna make it? Run, Zuov, run! Zoo.
It's friendlies northwest.
He made it. The flag did not.
Oh! I got knocked over.
And this is why artillery can be a problem. Artillery is
On the
pretty good
star,
on this map.
artillery on the
This way, boys. This way, boys. This way, boys. This way, boys. This way, boys.
Look at the tickets again. Union has taken quite a bit of damage from that. From what just happened there. I think the out of lines from the officer and the couple of guys holding out over there did catch up to him there at the end. The Union's getting afraid. I think if they were just to hold in a long battle line, even if they were in breaking and on the point, I think you don't have too long to do it, but I think once you go breaking, it's probably too late to set up your defenses. So as the Union, I think they need to set up their whatever defense they're going to use for the point. So I like this up here. I like that. What Podrotsad's doing. If he can hang out up there and then come in at the end. If 42nd and the rest can come out and, like, I would almost say the biggest open order battle line you can across from here, like with all your men. Once you're is there a slight defilade you can do it in? Not really. I mean, there's a slight defilade, but the artillery can still hit your entire line.
Come to us.
But you got a giant open order battle line, and you have the group here on the fence. So if they charge the fence, they're running across the entire line to get shot. And these guys can just pull back, and as the CSA runs down the fence here on either side, the large line can respawn, or the other way around. they charge a big line, open order battle line, and get blasted. And these guys shoot them in their side or come in for the charge at the end. Now, a attack from the left would be interesting. I think you'd have to bring the guys on the fence. They'd have to come forward if the full CSA came this way, and the big battle line would shift to facing this way, down the hill. But you got to be on the point, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know how long the point extends somewhere out to here-ish. These guys might be on point.
I want to die so I get rid of this piece of shit rifle.
Yeah, as he shakes it. Shake that rifle. But it does make sense to hang it back here as long as you can. CSA has caught up on tickets though. The retreating action did cost the Union a lot of tickets to just get to retreat, retake the point, and get out of there. Still kind of a proponent of just sticking all your men in the longest battle line you can, just right here to here, and adjusting. That group on the right makes sense to me. Leave it there. I just don't know where all the men are. 42nd has lost some guys. I thought they had 30. Maybe they had 28. Maybe they only lost 8 guys. Oh, they're double rank. Nice.
Yes.
Zoo, zoo, zoo.
Tempting, but don't points.
Do it.
I know you want to. Don't actually, but I know you guys want to. Oops.
Wow.
I'm sick of this.
I am fucking alive. They can eat nuts. No, we're cool.
Like I was saying earlier, I think 42nd
They are big
I'm
guys.
fine. I'm just a little
has
stunned.
to take the initiative here. But this is scary because the CSA is pre-capping. So if the Union goes breaking in the next 10 seconds, they're gonna lose. CSA is falling off the point. Let's see if they did do it in time.
Back.
Back. The game.
No, we don't.
Saw some tickets go to this.
No, we don't fire.
Oof, but standing in that double rank is
Woohoo!
costing them some tickets.
Ow. Buck.
I think they need to move. I think they're being too static. They're gambling so much by not being on point. No one's on point to stop it from being capped. One more artillery shell to 42nd. If 42nd gets hit by artillery, it's over. You got your men in a nice line. I will admit though.
Ha, not dead.
And not breaking.
Well,
I'm surprised.
what should I say? I didn't even fall over. Take aim.
Take aim.
Reload.
I have survived like 5.
Maybe it's not their job to be on the point. These guys are the Union's moving to the point now. great artillery shot. I'm surprised they stood there as long as they did, double rank, with that artillery landing right in front of them the way it did.
Stand away, stand away. If we hold here, we win, for real.
Stay on the road for now, buddy.
Ooh. They need to dig in on the fence, I think.
Open order on that fence, boy.
Yep, they're gonna dig in open order on the fence, and if they can hold, they can win, like 40 Seconds said. And I think they have a good chance to, because the CSA is split. Oh, okay, that's not the. I thought they were gonna be on the straight rail, taking more of an angle on that CSA unit. But instead, I think the CSA unit has a chance to go all the way over to here.
Independent fire.
IB and MWB's moving over here.
Alright.
The CSA doesn't have that many tickets, but they do only have about 8 minutes to use them before they go. If they go final push, I don't know the time on this map. It's different on a map per map basis how much time you have when you go final push. Some maps with really short run backs from the attacking spawn are like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Some of them are really long are like 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes. So CSA has time to fall back, get all their men revived, you know, get their full manpower and do a consolidated push. But they also can use that time to get the Union closer to breaking with an artillery shot if they can. If it can blast through this this line here, see how it's perpendicular here? That'd be good. This bush is a good artillery target. Just the artillery has a lot of targets at this point in time once the Union's forced to stand on the point. Now this is exactly what you don't want as the Union. You don't want to face yourself this perpendicular to the gunners.
Sweet.
But luckily it looks like CSA does not see what's happening. They're aiming at the road, so they're gonna shoot this line here. 40 seconds can get shot by artillery. Whereas this big long open order battle line's free to just shoot and
Keep
shoot.
firing, boys. Keep it firing.
Ooh.
Oh, nice one.
Drop before I shot. You focus left, I'll focus right. Alright, that sounds good.
Keep it up, gents. Lower the waist. IB, move it south.
All the way left.
Yep, they're
Down the
forced to run
fence.
away, so they don't go final push.
Knock him the last stand. We've almost got him, boys. We've almost got him. Come on.
Keep firing, keep firing.
We've almost got him, gentlemen.
They're gonna go final push, Mr. Jam. Easy to make that mistake, though. Yeah, final push. I had to double check, actually, how easy that mistake's to make after a long match. This has been a long one. 2 really long maps. But I don't mind.
It's in the drill manual,
These have been
baby.
pretty good.
Open order as fuck. March.
It's official now.
Second, you're gonna start sniping at some of these men. I'm too focused on what's happening there that they're probably gonna go. Union has taken a lot of maybe they started getting hit by artillery over here. It looks like that's a big artillery class, so perhaps the artillery did look at him. MVPs for this match, I think,
What are the friendlies doing?
well, first Delaware for their they have a good shout for going in and taking the point,
Stay here,
retaking
boys.
the point,
Stay here.
and staying and skirmishing, not dying, not beating tickets. 42nd though as the MVP for this match right here. 42nd VA. They've done really well, and well, when you have the most numbers in the match, especially on the lower pop, you're going to be doing more damage than the rest of the units. And you're gonna have to use it. You're gonna have to. If you have the most men and you sit back, then it's could be effective. I don't know. Situations change, but yeah, the Union's taking a lot of ticket damage by standing on the point. I wonder if CSA artillery is still blasting them, but whoever's landing these shots, I think it's over here on 42nd going down. I'm gonna say 42nd was MVP, but they also stood there in that double rank and got blasted by the artillery. So,
but not too much. They're out of formation.
as the biggest unit, they have the biggest impact one way or the other. So standing in a big double rank where you're in front of the artillery, get blasted, almost put your team to breaking while they're edging the point is can happen. Just as much as you actually, that can happen a lot easier than you carrying the match with your men. So good job. Actually, they've been carrying the match so far comparatively. IB been doing pretty good. I don't know. Unbeknownst to them, they've probably felt like they've been doing pretty, getting shredded, but they've been doing pretty well putting up with 40 seconds line that. As long as they don't lose too many as long as they haven't been losing too many tickets, and it looks like the CSA is almost pulling ahead here. CSA has really slowed it down, taken the 8 minutes that they had to shoot it out, from 12 to 4 minutes. They have 8 minutes to hang out and just do what they want to do. Oh, not 8 minutes. They had 7 minutes to hang out. I thought the CSA had more tickets than they did. CSA artillery. They still got plenty of ammo. And well, here comes the effort. Concentrated effort. Lucy leading IB in first. They're gonna up and over into the field. And they're gonna run parallel to an open. They're gonna run parallel to this line. Let's see how that works for them. A lot of them are making it. It is harder for the men. It is harder to get the shots when they're running across like that. And they're getting concentrated. So if the CSA can get in a nice open order battle line and shoot it out for about 30 seconds, and if they can hold a charge, if the Union charges into them and goes last stand, this is a throw. This could be a throw and a half. Just charging into the mass of CSA guys, and you won't be there to hold for the next minute. Instead of just sitting there shooting it out. The CSA was going to shoot it out with you for 30 seconds, and they just charged in. That could have been the throw and a half. These men need to stay there.
Shoot at friendlies if you can.
Oh my goodness. It's up to 42nd here. It's really up to. Can they put this game on their shoulders and just win this shootout like they have been winning all night? If they can win this shootout, and then the charge, I'm surprised the CSA hasn't just gone for a full-out charge. If the CSA is standing on point, I guess it makes sense, which they are. Will 42nd be able to shoot it out with him? 42nd has to charge. They don't have enough time. The CSA won. CQB ran in and died when they could have been. But then again, maybe that was. Maybe you need to do that. CSA takes the win at the very last second. This is where you think if you had conserved just a little bit more tickets where you could have won, or that you would have won, but you wouldn't have hit last stand as fast as you would have, and you would have had more respawns, but the past is the past. I cannot believe that victory was thrown away. I think they had that. The Union was winning so decisively for the entire match, pretty much. CSA put up a huge fight. Great fight, but I thought the Union had that for sure. That's a hard attacking map as well. I mean, defending map, actually. This back and forth on the point. This should be a high casualty game. Very fun to watch. Thank you for, if you made it this far in the video, thank you. This has been a long one, but it's been enjoyable. Zuzuzu. Not as high casualties as you'd think, but there's only 120 guys in it. Look at how even the casualties are. Yeah, defenders took more casualties than the attackers. And like I said earlier, thank you for watching.